Kana X'éig sa tíní Kayaaní níl tóga Kayaaní gí Kayaaké an Kayaaní chad an chit í chatí I dat achnéil í cliad get had chuchwad hin. Yagi ko Cajun yagi X'éig Kayaaní dis yudu asag ya dis netskadu shu Dachadu shu Yaaw dis. Good to see you, everybody. Neela Toga here. We're all on beautiful lands. It's a beautiful day. As for me, I'm here in Anchorage, back on Danaina Asnena, Danaina land. And today is Friday, April 7th. I started to say it was April 8th, and then I corrected myself. It's April 7th. So we have a fun day today. I have a lot planned for you, and we'll go ahead and get started. So, shukwa na khwasa yi ti yuhan khan kananik.
Segu.
Okay. Khatsu achtu segu. Adu satsu wasa yi ti. How are you?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yeah, you can unmute your mics if you want, or if you're more comfortable not, you can stay muted.
Yake.
That use what ekwa. So now ask me what ekwa, which means and you. Go ahead and unmute your mics and repeat after me. Repeat after me, everybody. What ekwa. I feel good too. So this is just a little warm-up exercise. You speaking, using what you learn, making it a regular part of seeing each other. And so for class today, since it's a new month, I'm going to take you to the resources where we month names. And after we do that, I met with X'éig earlier this week, and he mentors me for this class. So I'm going to take you through my process of how I get corrections on my work. So last week, I shared with you my photo journal from my time in Gashta or Caltech, and we captioned them together. And anytime you do this, you want to receive corrections from someone who's more advanced, especially if an elder is willing to spend their time with you. X'éig gave me corrections, and so I'll quickly walk you through the corrections that he had, not spend too much time on it, but since some of you are interested in making photo journals, I'll take you through that process. Also, when I met with X'éig, we talked about the responses to some of the conversational phrases that we've learned in the beginning Tlingit workbook. So we'll practice those. And then the herring have arrived. So we are going to talk about them. And I'll take you through my process as well of going through resources and hand-picking terms and words that relate to things that are going on in my life that I want to talk about. So that'll be fun. Any questions before we get started? Okay, feel free to ask along if you get questions as we go. But as far as how we talk about the months, I've taken you to this chapter previously. I can't believe it's already a new month again. But I always refer to Lichéesh, chapter 4 for months, seasons, days, and time references. That's on page 19. And then for numbers and counting, like today you saw me correct myself. I started to say that 8 days had passed, but lo and behold, only 7. So if you want to spell check, you can do that in the same resource. So let's go ahead and look at it, and I'll just drop this link in the chat so that you can be looking through this book throughout class today. And there it is in the chat. So the first place I went, if you go into the upper left-hand corner and open the menu, you can scroll to chapter 4, which has all the month names. And it starts here on page 19. So there's a description of the months and then all the month names. And so this month is already April. So let's practice this one. Last month was March, and it was Kayaaní, Dísi, month of underwater plant budding. And now it's already April, so it's Kayaaní, Dísi, month of true plant budding, when plants on land begin to bud and sprout. So go ahead and unmute your mics and repeat this one after me. This is the name of the month this month. And the first sound is K, so it's a pinched X. And since it's not underlined, it's going to take place right up here in the top of your roof of your mouth. And then for the Ka part, you're going to go in the back of your throat. So go ahead and repeat after me. Oh wait, I'm going to highlight it so it will be easier to read. Kayaaní, Dísi.
Kayaaní, Dísi.
Okay. So this word Kayaaní, you have a nice long low ah. That double A with no accent is ah. And then the high tone short I is after the N is N. So go ahead and repeat just this middle word after me. Kayaaní.
Kayaaní.
And then Kayaaní, Dísi.
Kayaaní, Dísi.
Kayaaní, Dísi.
Kayaaní, Dísi.
Good. And so, as per usual, I like to put everything in one table for folks to look at with the translations. And this is the order I generally say what day it is when I'm addressing the day. And this is Friday today, it's April, and then how many days have passed this month. And I'm going to correct this because it's not Netzkadusha, it's Dachadushu. So before we practice these, I'll take you to where I check my spelling on numbers. So this is the word for 7. And if you want to correct or spell check your numbers, you can use the same resource. And instead of going to chapter 4, you go down to the chapter about numbers and counting, which is chapter 17. So I'm going to click that in my bookmarks and find the numbers. We have some colors here, and then numbers are on this next page, 51. So 1 through 5, you have your numbers, and then after 5, you put how many past 5 it is. So 6 is 1 past 5. That's why it's Lichéesh. Lichéesh looks a lot like Lichéeig for 1. So 1 past 5 is Lichéesh. And then 7 is Dachadushu. So this is where I check my spelling for numbers. And looks like we have it in good order here. So go ahead and practice these ones after me. We'll start by the top line for this is Friday. Go ahead and repeat after me. Cajun Yagi Aya Ya Yagi.
Okay,
Keitunya
Yagi.
Yagi.
Era Kayaaní Dísi.
Kayaaní Dísi.
Achadu Shu Yaaw Dis.
Yadis.
Okay. So there it is, Friday, April 7th. So I'm going to take you quickly through the corrections I received from Lichéesh so that you can see the next step. Last week we worked together on captioning photos in my photo journal, and then I met with Lichéesh and he mentored me on the correct spelling and word choice. So this one was fine. Kayaaní. Lichéesh was fine for fishnet. This one he had a correction for me on. I had written Woodledichi with a D here, and he said no, that's a pinched T. So go ahead and repeat this one after me. If you see these apostrophe marks, that tells you you need to pinch your consonant. So a T sounds like t, t, but if you pinch it, it sounds like t. It snaps, so you kind of close your teeth on it. Same thing with the X. Without an apostrophe, it would sound like h, this XI, h, but with it pinched, it sounds like eh. So let's practice these. I'll say them slow. Start with heen. So repeat after me, just this last word. Heen. It's the first word. Woodledichi. Yeah. Yeah, you're doing good. So that last syllable, let's start with just that part, that X pinch I. Repeat after me. Eh. Then with the pinch T, I, X, pinch I. Tike. Tike. Then woodletike. Okay. And then the whole phrase, woodletike heen. Okay. Lichéesh. So that's just for frozen river or frozen water. And my cousin's husband, Cal, is chipping the ice here to check our fishnet. This one, the only correction was that I had written for this verb we got or we succeeded or obtained. I had written wutuwadlaq, but Lichéesh gave me a correction. You start with the sound ya. So let's say just this sound, yeah, or this last word, Yaaw tuwadlaq. Yeah, you're really close. So in English, when you have an AW, you just pronounce it ah, like awesome. Yeah, but in Tlingit, you actually round your lips for every single W. So instead of ya, it would sound like Yaaw. So let's, yeah, uh-huh. Repeat after me. Yaaw tuwadlaq. The correction there. On this one, the only correction was that I had written ajiqi as one word for its scales, and it's actually two words. So jiqi has to be connected to the thing whose scales it is. You don't just have body parts like fish scales on their own. They're always connected to the animal it belongs to. So go ahead and say just this phrase, these two words, ajiqi.
X'éig.
Okay.
Okay. It scales. This one was good. This one was good. This one was good. He offered a second caption if we wanted to add a verb. So together we had captioned this photo wushchi'in, hands together. And he also offered this one wuch'in ye jitune. So go ahead and repeat that one after me. Wuch'in ye jitune.
Wuch in ye shatune.
Okay, your vowel lengths sound really good and your tones sound good. On this one, I had accidentally used tlak for my sister, but if I'm a man, then I refer to my sisters as tlak. But since I am a woman, I have a term for older sister and a term for younger sister, and she's older than me, so and she would be shetch. So this is where you specify your sibling names based on if they're the same gender as you or opposite. And so go ahead and just repeat these first two words after me. Shetch.
Shut.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so those were the only corrections that he had. And that's a good part of like when you make a photo journal and put the work in to caption it, what you're doing is meeting your teacher halfway so they can see where you're at and you did the groundwork and now all they have to do is correct it for you. So you make it a little bit easier to be like for someone to teach you. That's why I really like photo journals. Um, I like this picture. Look, Grandma Margaret is just proud of my sister here for finishing that hat. Love that one. Okay, more on conversational phrases. This is circling back on a conversation we had prior about how do you respond to these phrases so that we can use them in conversation. And I went over them with Renee earlier this week. Um, so we have Lichéesh Satini, it's good to see you. Wa'akwa, is that you? And Suhaka Kewa'a, it's dawned on us again. That's kind of a morning greeting. It is a morning greeting. Some of the responses you could have if someone says Lichéesh Satini, you could say ah, or you could say this one, repeat it after me. Wa'at Lichéesh Satini.
وقت يكي قصتيني
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one is I underline XW. And the way you'll handle that is just rounding your lips while you say ich. So, yeah. And then you go straight into the S. So you don't add another ichwasa, you just say ichsa. So go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and repeat this one after me. Ichsatini.
قصتيني
Satini.
Okay. Okay. You guys sound good. And then sometimes if I say this to an elder, I'll notice they'll just say, repeat after me, Gonalchish.
Gunach cheese.
Or what akwa. I forgot to put the caption. It means is that you? And it's here in our what akwa, is that you? So this is sort of you can make a joke if you like about it. So the first one is khataya. Go ahead and just repeat that after me. Khataya.
Ataya.
And then if you wanted to specify, you could put your name here in the blank. And then if you want to make a joke, yeah, I'm still me. You can say this one after me. Chataya Yesu.
Hatae Yesu.
Yeah. Yes.
Next greeting we looked at is this one, Suhaka Kewa'a. So some of the responses you could say are the first one, yeah, it's like that. Ayachawa.
Yahwa.
Ayah Awa.
Awa.
I feel like making a song out of that.
You do?
Yes, make a song.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Because it's because of it's rhythmic.
Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah, Ayachawa.
I'll sing the song with you, Jamie, Ann, anytime.
Do it. I would love to hear it.
You know, so like I like it like that, but in cricket.
Baby, I like it. Yeah, I like that song. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's collab. We'll think about it.
Well, I know in Kayaaní
Don't forget Wedu
had us sing a portion of a song and it really stuck. I mean, the learning from just singing a phrase and how it really stuck with me was impactful.
Okay. That's a good idea. I bet these phrases and responses would be pretty easy to make a song out of. You should do that for your personal project.
Oh yeah, making notes now.
So this last one is cool. It means yes, it's a beautiful day. And go ahead and repeat this one after me. Yagi Kadan.
Kadan.
God. God.
So I'll just to cement these in, I'll say the top phrase to you and you go ahead and respond. You can all unmute and answer at the same time. It's okay if you talk over each other. It's just for you to practice responding. So I'll go ahead and do this. Lichéesh Satini.
Lichéesh.
Satini. It's good to see you.
Aqua.
Hatae Yesu.
Okay. Suhaka Kewa'a.
Yagi Kadan.
Away.
Okay. Okay. Conversational. We'll do these last three and then we'll move on. So the other three first for parting ways were X'éig, Yaaw, and Yaaw. These ones are pretty straightforward because you pretty much say them back, but you could also say, so if I say X'éig, go ahead and repeat this one after me. X'éig,
Equasatin.
and then you can repeat after me, or you could say, repeat this one after me, Yikwati.
Yequatin.
Okay. Same thing for this one. Repeat this line after me. Yewushkachtustin.
Ewushkachtustin.
And same responses. And then last one is, go ahead and repeat this one after me. Diagen.
Yagan.
This one you would respond Diagen, but it's slang. So it's just the correct use of Diagen would be like Diagen hundaka hitidik kagut. Later, I'm gonna go to the store. And if you wanted to use it as slang, you could by just saying Tsiyagan later. We won't drill these because we're all pretty familiar with them, I think. And oh goodness, geez, such a go chat box. She wrote a link in the chat for songs, which is fun. So go ahead and check that out. And let's kind of jump to Yaaw. So it's herring egg season, and I went through and found some resources where we could find terms that relate to the herring arriving, and I want to share them with you. So the word for herring is Yaaw. So repeat after me, Yaaw.
Yaaw.
Wow.
Yum. No.
Yaaw. It tastes good to us.
How do you say it?
Let me put it in here. So let's start doing this right now.
Someone just told me, I just put a box on seaplanes for you. Ah,
Oh, yuck.
I know. I got another one too. And I said, I'm gonna share the other one. They said they were gonna send, we have some people who come in here to work at the community advocacy, and I'm gonna put some in the freezer for when they come that we can share.
Yeah. So I'm gonna, okay, that's awesome. I'm gonna spell check this since this is what I do all the time. I'll say a phrase from memory, and then when I go to write it down and teach it, I have to check myself. So let's look at and see if we can find the correct spelling of X'éig. And the first place I'll generally look is in the dictionary. And so here's an example where it appears, and I'll zoom in. Zoom in. How do I do that? Okay, here we go. This is a verb. We use it all the time in yake, and that just means that something is good. When you precede the word yake with the word for mouth, which is what you're saying is that it tastes like that, to like the taste of something. So you could, what helps me in thinking about it is saying it's good to my mouth. I like the taste of it. So repeat this one after me. If a singular person that's not me or you likes the taste of something, repeat this after me. Yeah. And the underlined X pinched. So without a pinch, an underlined X is in the back of your throat, and it's when you pinch it, you're still making it in the back of your throat, but you're snapping it, and then you follow with an eh. So repeat just this word after me. Eh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So the whole phrase. Let's do this one again. Do okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you're really close. I can hear some people doing babble, and some people are maybe making a pinched K, like K. But just keep working at it. It's good that you're taking the time to work on it. It'll sound like do K.
I saw a post from the little girl who ate the herring egg. She said, Mom, this tastes so good to my body. So cute.
Yeah. That's awesome. So now that we spell checked this, so I replaced de, which would be them, to, or their mouth. I changed it to ha, our mouth. And How do I scroll? There we go. So to say it's really good to our mouths or we like the taste of it, I'm gonna put that in. We like the taste of it, and then in brackets I'll put more of a literal translation. So repeat this one after me.
Kunakawe
Awe
hake yake.
yake.
Let's jump into some of the resources and we'll pull phrases together that we like out of these. And the first one I have listed here is the phrase book, Tlingit Chinachsa. Chapter 24 is about fishing, tides, and water. So I'm going to take you back to Tlingit Chinachsa, and per usual, we'll scroll down to our chapter. And I just literally opened up the bookmark and looked for something that might be relevant. As learners, this is a good process for taking from resources that are already compiled of correct phrases. That way you internalize the way they sound, and the grammar, when you learn the grammar, becomes easier later on. That way it's a smoother language learning process. So here we are in the phrase book, and what out of this first section looks relevant to our topic, which is herring?
Tóoch.
Say it again.
Was it Yaaw?
Yeah. OMG, okay. Thank you for reading that.
Oh,
So this one, this word chat is fish in general. And if we want to say the fish are here, we can say Yaaw chat. Or if we want to replace it with Yaaw, which word would we replace to say the herring are here?
hot.
Yeah, chat. We would replace chat with Yaaw. So we're gonna do that now. So first we have Yadu and Yaduchat, and I'm gonna copy it into our table but replace Chat with Yaaw. So here we have Yadu Yaaw. Oh, I already did. The herring are here. And this is how we're gonna start compiling our phrase list. So there's our first page. Is there anything else in here that folks want to put on our list, replacing salmon or fish with Yaaw?
Wuge Yaaw.
Okay. Wuge Yaaw. So there were a lot of Yaaw there. So let's do that one too. Wuge Yaaw. Wuge Yaaw. So I'll do
How do you say your birthday's here?
Huh?
Your birthday. It's my grandson's birthday, so I can tell him today, your birthday's here.
Oh.
Dougie.
So it's your birthday.
He's a decade old.
You are 10 years old. Okay, we'll do this Awuge Yaaw, and then we'll do the birthday. Awuge Yaaw. So I'm gonna spell check it. High tone, long A, Awuge Yaaw. Awuge Yaaw. And that means in English, there were a lot of, and we'll change it, herring here, there. There were a lot of herring there. Okay, so we want to talk about someone's birthday, and we can look it up in here, birthday.
Oh, see, ooh,
There's a couple options. So Yi is one option for birthday. Kayaaní for their daughter's birthday. Dísi. celebrated his birthday, do Kayaaní. So it looks like so far all our options are using Kayaaní, and you'll see there's a pronoun before here. That means, and the first entry we looked at had a hyphen. If you have a hyphen before a dictionary entry, that means you need to put the pronoun, so whose birthday.
Oh,
Yeah, Yaaw. So let me take you back there. So this is where we see Kayaaní for birthday. There's a hyphen meaning you need to specify whose. So let's.
oh, I see. Okay, so the hyphen at the beginning is that specification. It's looking for an identification.
Yes, it's what they would call inalienable. It needs to be connected to the person whose birthday it is.
Okay.
Yeah, certain things are like that. Kinship, body parts. Yeah, birthday. So let's copy this and put it in our phrase.
Thank you. That's like a little flag.
Yeah.
You need to know more.
Yeah, exactly. If you see that in the dictionary, you need to add the pronoun whose birthday it is. And so if you're talking to your son, you're saying you, it's your birthday. The possessive pronoun for that is I. So ikayagi. You could say this is your birthday. This is your birthday. And then you would say Jin Kat Tag Aya Ikatago. And Ikatago is your age. And you're telling him you're 10 winters. 10 winters is your age. Or
Wow.
yeah, Tag is also often used for year.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna spell check Kotaku. Kotaku. This is similar, so you have a hyphen here, which means you need to specify whose Kotaku or whose age, and that's why in our example we put your age. Okay.
You know, when they sing happy birthday, and then at the end, someone will say the funny thing like you're getting old.
Uh-huh.
How do you say that?
Oh, I don't know. That would probably take me an hour to put together, or
We can figure it out later.
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. You know what I'm gonna do is actually assign that to you.
There's always one person who does it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna task you with this. What is X'éig? See, I'm gonna put the dictionary link in the chat and start looking things up to see if you can put it together to the best of your ability.
Okay.
Yeah, so that first link I put in the chat is for the dictionary. Another good place to look would be in Lichéesh. You could start, yeah, you could start looking like, is there anything about birthdays? And kind of follow my pattern that I do for studying, where you're just basically doing research.
You're going down the rabbit holes.
Yeah, that's what you're doing. You're going down rabbit holes.
I can go down rabbit holes on like historical trauma and supremacy culture all day long, but I'm gonna have to like make a shift to go down these rabbit holes. So thank you for encouraging me to do that. I've opened up the links, so
Okay, I'm the exact
can't
same
get away
way.
from it.
Yeah, I'm the exact same way. If you have like for me, sometimes I would call it an obsessive personality, or like I get obsessed with topics. I want to know everything about them. Use that to your advantage and go explore. It's really good for your language learning.
Thank you.
Okay. So those are some of the terms about hearing. A couple more. We pulled a couple fun ones from this page. If we want to keep looking for other options, there's just scroll through these and look for something that jumps out at you. Here we have the word for herring, which we already have, Yaaw. His boat, the Yaaw, or her boat, it also, their boat. This possessive pronouns do not specify gender, so this could be his, her, or singular they. Herring seiner, this is a good one. Let's copy this one. Yaaw asqewu Yaaw. So what this is saying is the net for herring in the boat. Or a boat that has a herring net in it is what it says. So I'm going to add this one to our list. Yaaw asqewu Yaaw. And then I'll check my spelling. Yaaw asqewu Yaaw. Yaaw. This is a good one too. Yaaw. So I'll type this one and we'll practice it. Yaaw. So hearing same boat. And the boat is going along. Yaaw. Hearing singer. Okay. Hearing singer. I'm jumping back and forth here. This is generally how I compile phrases. And the boat is on. Okay. So let's practice these two. The first one for herring seiner. Repeat this one after me. Yaaw asqewu Yaaw.
Ya askebu ya yegu.
These last two words, let's practice these ones. Yaaw.
Gu.
And then the middle word for fishnet is, repeat after me, asqewu.
Askebu.
Okay, you sound good.
Can you say that one again?
Yeah, asqewu.
Asqewu.
Yeah. So the whole phrase one more time. Yaaw asqewu Yaaw.
Ya askebu ye yagu.
Okay. This phrase that I put here, this is a really good one for an ongoing action. I use this verb pattern anytime I'm talking about something that's happening right now. So for the boat is going along, that part is ya nakuch. So repeat this after me. Ya nakuch.
Ya nakuch.
Yeah. And then that boat is, repeat after me, we ya.
We
Yeah. So the whole phrase, ya nakuch we ya.
ya nakuch we ya.
Okay. Any questions on these before we go to another resource? Okay. The next resource I wanted to share is a compilation of curricula that was paid for and published by Sea Alaska Heritage Institute. And I'll take you to this website and then show you how to find this section on herring. So clicking on this website, this is their Tlingit language curriculum for primary grades. And it's pretty useful because they list them by topic. So there's alder, beech, berries. When I worked at Hayu Atangi Kudi, the language nest that's operated by Central Council of Tlingit and Haida Indian tribes, we pulled from these topics for class activities. So this section is about herring, and if you open it up, it takes you to the unit on herring. And if you're looking for class ideas for teaching, if any of you are currently teaching Tlingit or aspire to be, you can always go through these and find information. It's cultural information, and it includes a lot of Tlingit language. They have information about what is Yaaw, the life of Yaaw, its life cycle, cultural standards of education, and materials for activities, vocabulary lists. And then if you scroll down, you see some more phrases. And then I'll take you to the one I wanted to pull phrases from.
Yum. See, told you.
Yeah,
There
did
it was in writing.
it. So here are some phrases we could copy for our studies. Where are the herring? Here are the herring. We already practiced this one, but we could copy where are the herring and put it in our terms. And then the response was yeah, the Yaaw. That's kind of fun. There's a description of their life cycle that I want to take you to. I think it's on page 9. Here it is. So this is cool. We have young herring shot. So I'm gonna copy this one. I like putting it in a table like this, so I start to build up my vocabulary for talking about certain things. I do spell check when I pull from a resource that I don't normally use. I do spell check it in the dictionary just in case there was a mistake along the way. So this looks correct. It's pinched high tone AA and a pinched CH. So herring smelt young herring shot. So go ahead and repeat that one after me. Shot.
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 Shot. Wait, there's a pinch at the end, right?
Yeah, it's a pinched CH, so it's a nice sharp sound. Yeah. What else? Does anything else jump out to folks from this list? Deep water is Kayaaní. This is an example where maybe just in the format or publication of it, there was a little typo. This underline you see under the A's should be under the G. For something to be deep, it's Kayaaní. And where you could find that is in the verb database. I'll put this link in the chat for you too, so that as you're looking for birthday terms or whatever you're working on, you can check out verbs as well. But for something to be deep, we're going to look at the verb root. So if we look at deep water, the verb is going to be in deep. And because the way you describe this is you say it is deep. And so the verb root, it might not be really obvious, but it's dlan. So I'm going to look in the verb database for that. Looking under dlan. So under in my search bar, I'll just type in dlan. And here we have for something to be deep. I'll expand it. For water or snow to be deep, I can select deep and scroll down. And for something to say it is deep, it's qadlan. So go ahead and repeat this one after me. Qadlan.
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 Qadlan. And I'm gonna type it in here, and we'll get ready to close our day. It's deep. And then for deep water, we have Kayaaní. So deep water. And then for folks that are curious about practicing some of these other phrases, I'll just add this link in the chat again. But I really like this description of what they do in their life because it's good to talk about things in the language that is about, like, of the land of them. So talking about them in Tlingit is a really good way to connect your language study with your foods and your life. So, we're out of time, but were there any questions or comments before we close for today?
Is anyone going over to Sitka next week? Anyone else? Me too. Yay.
I would love to, but I'm too far away. I can't make it.
I live in Sitka, so
You'll be there.
I'm there.
I wondered, is that the last link that you went to, or the second last link that you went to, is it in the top, in the chat about the See Alaska's?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let me put I'll put it in the chat again, just so that it's available to you. Because I put kind of a lot in the chat today, so let me put it here so it'll show up at the bottom. And that's the sealaskaheritage.org/resources Tlingit language.
Great. Thank
yeah.
you.
Okay.
That's a really great document.
Yeah, I love this resource. I do spell check the Tlingit for the Tlingit terms, because you can see, for example, that word we looked at, Kayaaní, that should be underlined G. So just check the spelling, just in case something got lost along the way. And go ahead and ask questions. Email me if you have questions about any of these terms. But this is a really good compilation of words.
X'éig.
Okay. Any more comments or questions? Okay. If not, gonna choose you to take you on which in thank you for your work, everybody. I feel good that we are learning Tlingit together. X'éig Kwasateen.
X'éig Kwasateen.
Yitkwati.
Gunashtish.
Gunaftish. Okay.